Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I made these videos also to provide you, if you don't have certain answers or if you don't have certain interpretations of certain actions, in such a way that you can use it as counter-arguments. And for instance, you might probably encounter people who tell you, well, the West is not involved in Ukraine. No, they're not actively involved. It's just, Ukrainian people fighting, and we just help here and there, okay? Now, we know that's BS. And not only by their actions, which actions speak louder than words, but also by their statements. So I will provide you here an article from the good side, from the good people, from the Ukrainians, and where they brag about being involved in the largest intelligence cooperation since the World War II between the Ukrainians and NATO and whomever. But that's not a joint effort, it's just Ukraine. That's what we're told. So let's look at this article and see what Foreign Minister of Ukraine Kuleba says. This article comes from Ukrinform from Wednesday, 22nd of February 2023 at 30 minutes past midnight Kiev time. Mr. Kuleba says Ukraine and its partners carrying out largest logistics operation since World War II. These are our allies, partners, if you want to call them allies, which I don't think they're allies, they're using these guys. So this is Jens Stoltenberg, right, the chief of NATO, and this is Borrell, right? Borrell is the chief foreign diplomat of the European Union. Okay, the only one here is missing is Blinken, but he represents NATO, which includes Blinken in it. So the EU, NATO and Ukraine are effectively combining their efforts in the fight against Russian aggression. So whomever tells you, whatever they want to tell you, no, we're not involved. Yes, it's the side of the good, which involves about 30 countries, 40 countries, against Russia, right? So, actively combining their efforts in the fight against Russian aggression to achieve their common goal, the end of Russian war as soon as possible with the inevitable victory of Ukraine. Well, if Ukraine wins, what does it mean for Russia? That it loses. So the common goal is have Russia lose. But it's common, that means it's more than only Ukraine, correct? I would say so. So, Minister of... I can't... Look at this. Another is serious. Come on. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba, made a corresponding statement at the NATO headquarters in Brussels during a press conference following the tripartite meeting with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg and High Representative of the EU for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Joseph Borrell. Oh my God, that was a mouthful right there. High Representative of the EU for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy. Jesus Christ, before you tell this guy's the name, you die of lack of oxygen. Now, and I'm quoting, since February 2022, Ukraine and its closest partners, and a coalition, you can call it, it's fine, have been carrying out probably the largest logistic operation since World War II. Against whom? The aggressor, one country, Russian Federation. Behind political decision and statements, there are millions of problems that need to be solved. The greater the coordination, the sooner the Ukrainian army will drive the Russian army out of the territory of Ukraine, and sooner peace will be restored in the Euro-Atlantic area, Ukraine top diplomat said. Yes, and that will be forever love and peace and tranquility. What about Russia? Oh, it doesn't matter because they're the bad dudes, right? Remember, they unprovokedly attacked Ukraine. Peace-loving country just came out of the blue, and that's it. Don't think further than that. He thanked NATO and the European Union for very effective training programs for Ukrainian service members and raised the issue of launching training programs for Ukrainian pilots as well. I do not think that these are training programs for Ukrainian service members. I have a gut feeling that those training programs are for other kind of service members. But we're going to find out after the war ends, if that ends sometime. One of my arguments or counter-arguments to the Ukrainian military personnel being trained all over Europe and United States of America is a lack of military personnel. That's one of the arguments, and the desire for the other ones to get involved in actively with troops, but under a euphemism or a cover-up. That happened in history so many times. I can't be an imbecile and just, oh no, these are the good people. Okay, I will not be that kind. So they will enter under the euphemism of volunteers, peacekeeping forces, inspectors of arms supplies, maintenance personnel of the equipment we delivered. All these euphemisms are, and military advisors, they're just gonna stay around and they advise, and yes, you do it right, that's exactly where you put the magazine, yeah, right, I can't touch it, but yeah, and then you go, yeah, all right, we're not tards here. They want us to be, and most of people surrounding us are. I don't say this because I say it. Look at the IQ levels and you're going to find out, and percentages. All right, let's move on here. And I'm quoting, we had a very in-depth discussion on the procurement of arms supplies. The parties agreed to establish a working level contact. No, they're all together. I don't even go to this. There you are all together. These guys are telling you what to do. They're organizing, they're planning, they give you weapons, they tell you what to hit, they tell you what not to hit, they give you money, they place sanctions on Russia. It's like, if you tell me that this is Ukraine versus Russia, I mean, you gotta be really an ostrich with a head in the ground or something. And I'm quoting, we will move forward to achieve a common goal. Again, we are together in this because we're the good people and the other ones are the evil people. To end this war as quickly as possible. I don't think so. To end it with, I tell you why not. Because if you end it as quickly as possible, the military-industrial complex will not make a kill, the energy companies will not make a kill, the banking system will not make a kill. All these lucky industries make a big profits due to the war being fought. If that ends, problem solved. It's like a doctor, no? If the doctor solves your problem, he lost a customer. Look at it that way. How about that? If the medications will solve our problems, there would be no more, doctors. Look at this a little bit. I'm not inferring that the doctors are not taking care of you, but imagine we're all healthy. What are we going to do with the doctors? Well, the doctors are over there because it was the demand and the need. Yeah, but if these politicians, let's say, will solve all our problems, we will not need them. So then they will lose their jobs, and they actually we need to start working. Anyway, let's go back here with this. We need to end it quickly. As reported, a first ever tripartite meeting between NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, Kuleba, and Minister of Foreign Affairs Kuleba was held in Brussels. The party discussed, yeah, we know what you discussed. The problem is here. My point is, they come now and they tell it as it is. So, and the thing is, they started with nothing, and now they tell us, yeah, actually we are together in this a big time. I mean, how would you assess this involvement of the good countries in this? And they try to convince us that if Ukraine falls, right, the Russians will conquer everybody else. Ukraine is not the last one. And I would like to hear the evidence. I would like to hear the evidence, because if you go by that, then the same thing would have happened with the United States when it invaded with the NATO, the defensive alliance, Iraq. They didn't go further. You know why? Because they're the good ones. That's the whole thing. That's when these guys look at the issues, they looked from a religious, dogmatic point of view. We are the good / perfect. The other one is the evil / forever ever evil. So everything these guys do, everything is bad, everything we do is good. Now, last time when I argued like this, I think I was, I don't know, a first grader, second grader, but anyway, some people either don't, not either, I know they don't, because you talk with people all the time, and you figure out that people can think that way, really believe in that, really, and you say, well, okay, how in the hell are you driving a car? I mean, you have to stop at a stop sign, and you say, well, that's a stop sign, but I know better. That's a suggestion. How about that? How do you shift gears? Oh, I think I'm going to jump from 1 to the 5th, because I feel like I know better. Or let's say, I don't know, things like this. How do you wipe your ass? I shouldn't, because I know better. Well, sometimes it's overwhelming to read what these guys have to say and to analyze their garbage and their level. And I'm not talking about only the good side. I'm talking about the bad side as well. It's just the audience is of such a level that these guys are bombarding, are targeting that lowest of the lowest. And why? Because they vote as well. I'm not saying they should not vote. What I'm saying is you should not vote if you do not know anything about the situation, of the issue. It's like, let's talk about camels. I don't know almost anything about camels, so I'm not going to engage with someone who, I don't know, knows something about the camels. I'm going to say camel is like this, it's like, that's it. That's it. And I say, I don't know anything about it. Tell me. I will learn. If I need to, if I waste my time because I'm never going to use the information, I'm going to focus on something that will help me or help others by helping myself, if you know what I mean. So the same here. There are certain things that people do not know. We do not know certain things. Don't go and vote if you don't know the issue. You don't go and issue, oh, I like her breasts. I think I'm going to vote for her. That's not how you go and vote. Well, a lot of people vote like that. Oh, I think he's cute. I'm going to vote for him. Oh, he was an FBI agent. Oh. I met people like that, okay? And a lot of people, you have to go a little bit deeper in a relationship to hear them. Oh, I think he's cute. I will vote for him. I've been told that many times. Not about, oh, you're cute. Oh, I will vote for you. Why? You don't know anything what I have to say. You don't know my politics. You just met me. And I told you, maybe I will be running for office. I will vote for you. You don't know anything about me. That's all you know about me. Anyway, man, that's why we have such a good politicians over there, because we have a lot of people not knowing anything about the subject voting. Well, the Constitution is clear. They should vote, but I think there should be some requirements. Like, for instance, should be some classes. Oh, we have the whatever classes are here. I can't remember the term they use in the United States. Where we teach them and they learn. Yeah, they learn so well that if you ask them how many branches of government are over there or whatever in the system, they know shit. But anyway, it's just we have to learn. We have to understand in order to be able to make decisions. And Kuleba and these guys are making statements, and we just, oh no, they're not involved. What do you mean they're not involved? What do you mean they're not involved? Things are clear. As this many countries dragged by one country, and one country drags these guys, fight that country on the territory of Ukraine. That's it. What else? Everything else like, oh, we defend this and that. No, it's interest versus interest. Clear and nice. What do you want? The problem is that guy is not alone, and these guys know it, and their pants are starting to get soiled. But hey, we'll find out. China is there, India is there, and many others that do not dare yet to voice their, disapproval with the big boss. But the time will come. And I think it's already started. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.